Okay, yeah, so my name's Justin. I'm a current second year computer science major, and I switched over from computer engineering.
Or say like when you switched and why, basically.
Okay, yeah, so I actually switched really early on in my freshman year. After taking IME 156, I realized that I didn't really have much of an interest for hardware because a lot of 156, although I know it doesn't accurately represent most of electrical engineering, I didn't really like working with hardware in general. Like soldering things, putting wires together, it really wasn't my thing. However, I feel like a lot of my passion lies in software, the programming aspect and logic aspect of hardware, of software. I really enjoy coding, working with logic, and I found computer science a lot more interesting in general, and that's why I switched.
So did you have a specific career in mind coming into Cal Poly, or was it something you kind of developed over that first year and eventually figured out? I guess, yeah.
Okay, interestingly enough, I had no idea what I wanted to do coming to Cal Poly. However, after my first year, I realized that luckily I had a huge passion for computer science. Before college, I didn't really have that much experience with computer science or programming in general. I took one class in high school, but after coming to Cal Poly, I really grew and developed a passion for computer science. And even now, I don't really know what I want to do in terms of career. I just know I want to do something software related.
Why don't you first start by telling me why you think so many people switch from hardware to software majors?
Ooh, that's a hard question. I think people have different reasons. A big part of it for me was just my lack of interest in hardware in general. Coming into Cal Poly as a computer engineering major, I expected more of working with I actually expected working more with software because it had computer in its name. I didn't really know what computer engineering was. I didn't really do that much research. And I think that's the same for a lot of people. They came to Cal Poly not knowing exactly what computer engineering was. It has engineering in its name, it has computer in its name, so people assumed that it was generally working with computer, probably more software oriented. But what I found out after coming to Cal Poly was that computer engineering is actually mostly hardware oriented, and I didn't come in prepared with that mentality, and that's why I switched.
Do you think it'd be easier for high school seniors to choose a major if they knew a lot more about what that meant?
Oh yeah, definitely. I think that's actually a big flaw with our current education system, higher education system, is that when high school students apply for college, they don't really know much about the majors. In high school, we take a bunch of GE classes. We learn about nothing really related to what we're going to study later on in college for the most part. And I think if we educate students on what their major is, have them maybe even take a course related to that major, they'll have a much better idea of what it is coming into college. So switching into CS from CPE was a really easy process. It was a one interview process. It took me literally a day to switch over because the two fields are pretty similar. Okay, yeah, it's been exactly as I expected. I did a lot of research on CS before switching because I learned my mistake from choosing computer engineering without really knowing what it was. But I've been extremely happy with the curriculum so far. It's really what I expected. I love coding, I love working with algorithms, and I love working with logic. So I've been extremely happy with the switch. I think the school actually does a pretty good job because I know when I was still considering switching over to CS, the school actually offered a lot of workshops, like talking about why you should or shouldn't switch, or if you really wanted to switch, these are the things you should know. So I think the Cal Poly takes really good steps in helping students switch over. I can't think of any ways right now where Cal Poly could do a better job. I think Cal Poly already does a pretty good job compared to other schools in terms of helping other students switch.